ProGuides.com for being a partner on this thing. And wow, okay, so
all right, well,
okay, you know what? Have the ad read interrupted. Why not? But folks, yeah, once again, ProGuides.com. It's a new sponsor. It's one of the projects that we've taken up here at the realm of Clash tournaments. Folks, if you want to up your game, you're going to want to check out ProGuides.com. I had a look at what they're doing, and I can say that I am pretty interested.
Yeah.
And it's definitely interesting. I've already learned something, and it's kind of hard for me to pick up on things because I don't really have – I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
I don't have the schedule sometimes to be able to just sit down and lab stuff out, but I want to be able to learn something.
Absolutely.
I sat down for what I could learn right at the very beginning. I'm already picking stuff up.
There you
And
go.
So if you are the type of person, if you have a job, if you have things to do, ProGuides.com is definitely something that you're going to want to check out. I can't wait to beat your Luigi with some of the stuff I learned.
Ooh, okay. Oh, we'll see you on the battlefield here.
Indeed, and you know what? That'll happen later, but right now, it's Losers Final. Best of 5 action between 6WX and Redeemer Z. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Town and City we go for game 1.
Right now, 6WX playing a lot more patiently than we see Sonics tend to be. Realizing that Rob can throw out a lot of options that'll stifle out any sort of approach. And right now using a whole lot of dash moves, back airs, and even the homing attack to be able to move in on the Rob. It's paying off for him so well so far. But here's an opportunity for Redeemer. Wow, that little fake out, that was cute. The way he was able to fake out with the spring and immediately cut it off with the down air and found a connection with it in the end.
Oh, 6WX, I honestly thought that was a misinput for a second. How dare I doubt the former Philadelphia #1?
Right.
However, Redeemer Z looking to make 6WX pay for his transgression right there, looking for a forward air follow-up. However, simply no one home, but he'll get a side before his trouble. Yeah, you're trying to ring the doorbell. No, it's going to be Redeemer Z knocking on the door. Oh my gosh! Forget knocking about the door. How about just punching it down, Mini
So
Boss?
many freaking, little stifling claws, or again, the cartoonishly freakish hands of Sonic. They're not respecting that door. They're knocking that door down. That is a raid coming in on your house.
Yeah, straight up. No, that was yeah, no, that's what's it called? The rating. It was that one really. Oh, swatting.
Oh yeah, swatting.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh.
Both these guys just got swatted straight up in game.
And Redeemer Z on the second stock is actually finding a little bit more of a better foothold in terms of finding how to keep that percentage gap very, very small.
So now, Redeemer Z. And the thing is that this is a situation that he has been in before. He has made it this far in bracket. He has faced people like 6WX, but he has to maintain his composure. That could very well be the key to this set here. If he allows himself to get into his own head, this will be a very short set and not in his favor. 6WX, this ain't exactly his first rodeo, Mini Boss.
Right.
And he is more than willing to exhibit it at the expense of the former PR player in Redeemer Z. It's going to be the forward smash that takes out the second stock of Redeemer Z, the former PR man. Down smash cleans up the second stock on his behalf. But again, it's Z who's trying to keep out 6WX, but easier said than done against him.
I mean, yeah, like you said, Redeemer Z, he was known for his aggressive and rushdown nature, but there was a moment there where the gyro was in the middle of Sonic and Rob, and I've seen 6WX play so many times in Smash 4 and a little bit in Smash 5. I would have expected him to charge forward, run in, and try to get a fair off. He was patient and actually used the small laser to pressure 6WX from afar. He was a lot more patient, even though that stock, or that round rather, didn't go his way. I think, a tiny few adjustments. We don't need to see a swap to his Mario or anything like that. A couple of adjustments here and there, and I think he can challenge 6WX going forward.
He may very well be able to do so, and having a bit of a laugh in the conversation are these two rivals, but also friends. There's a deep respect for one another. just because of how far they go back in this scene. I mean, the scene practically built upon the backs of these two gentlemen, and obviously 6WX garnering the scene a little bit more national exposure and international, in fact, as he was a former PGR man.
Yeah.
Number 62 on the all-time Smash 4 PGR.
Yeah.
But Redeemer Z, just as vital in building the community, really as anyone here at the laboratory, just as vital as building this this destination, this venue, as a destination in Tri-State for people to come out and test their mettle against Philadelphia's finest. And Z was one of those bodies that built this place up, and he earned his PR spot. Could very well do so again, but if he wants to establish himself early on, is going to have to take down 6WX, a motivated 6WX at that. Can't be easy.
Oh, no, yeah, like you said, 6WX, I think he has something to prove a lot more than Redeemer Z. Like you said before, the movement that shocked the world, his current placement on PR surprised everybody here. I mean, if you're familiar with him or not, I think it surprised even nationally or internationally. He is fighting to get every single chance, every single win he can to claim his spot back. As sometimes number 0 on PR. He had like an honorary spot. He wasn't even number 1. But he is going to have to fight tooth and nail to get back in it.
So this ought to be interesting because 6WX, even with the win, deciding to switch the character, it's not often that you see it, but there's nothing saying that you can't do it. And now as he holds Rob's own gyro, looking to hoist this robot by its own petard, says, you know what, I got some tools of my own. Here, have this dagger. I'm not really sure it's not really sure what you're doing to a robot aside from scratching the paint, but somehow Joker finds a way.
I mean, you could try to crush it with a light pole. That's a little bit of a personal story there. My car narrowly dodged a light pole like this Tuesday.
I was about to say if this involved the Eagles victory tour.
That's true too. You know, you can throw a whole Ritz-Carlton awning on it if you have like 20 or so bodies
That
on
was
top
going
of it.
to be my next joke.
I'm so sorry.
Boss, you're my hero. No, you're my hero for that.
All right.
Thank you.
Right now, yeah, it seems
Back
Joker.
air.
Great job able to combat the mechanical menace.
Good edge guard there by 6WX, taking the first stock of this game number 2. And the fact that down tilt trips, I mean, it seems like a neat little way to even out the odds against Joker with Arsene.
And let's see here. He's struggling a little bit now, but that bar almost charged, but able to take it out just before Arsene comes out. Redeemer Z calculating that, probably, a little subconsciously, but he's still thanking himself that he was able to take out Joker before his stand came out. But now he has to do it all over again, and he's already at half. So, again, even though it's even, Redeemer still has a huge uphill battle. Percentages say one story, but the blue, very stylishly dressed demon of Arsene says another.
Is it a demon?
I don't know. It aggresses so much in this game. It's a demon to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that it's a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei or whatever. So I don't know. Oh my gosh. Whew. And that back air. The Shin Megami tension is on Redeemer Z now as he gets taken off of the side with that back air. With the assist to Arsene. 6WX taking Redeemer Z down to his final stock of this game 2.
And right now 6WX jumping and skirting around all the ledge pressure options that Redeemer Z is looking for. Finally gets a grab into that up tilt, up air. It's not going to take out, and he charges that so hard. Realizing that Rebel's guard was out, but he chose a multi-hit, which, I mean, hindsight, yes, but in the moment I saw that happening too. And that is a huge nail that could potentially be the final nail in this round for Redeemer.
Careful how you press your buttons, robot. Redeemer Z, however, disregarding that particular warning, sends Joker off the top and Arsene with him. As again, a last stock situation. Game number 2, Redeemer Z holding his own against 6WX, who again, looking at this bracket perhaps as a statement to the rest of the PR, especially the people that have taken over the top 3 spots. Juice, Blazing Pasta, and Enzo, a former Arcadian winner, turned Philadelphia number 3.
Yeah.
Looking for the grab, misses it, however. Spot dodge by Redeemer Z.
Gyro, but Arsene was out prior to that, so again, uphill battle coming in, especially since he can't find Gyro. Probably vanished. There it is now. But Arsene takes control of it and pressures off to the side. Redeemer Z answers right back with a fair. Looking for a bear, not going to find it, and 6WX resorts to a little bit of platform game to try to wall out all the options that Redeemer Z's throwing. Gets a grab in, not finding the up tilt afterward. And he counters, and he got half of Rebel's guard back with that counter straight off of Arsene. You thought he had a moment to come back, but 6WX just keeping his fingers on those triggers.
And see how Redeemer Z backed off? That was almost like his warning, saying, you know what, if I'm going to, if I get over aggressive, if I try to assert this a little too much, I'm just going to give him Arsene, and he is going to kill me at 132%. And it's going to look all too easy for him because, again, this is the sort of situation that 6WX lives for. Arsene is back, and Redeemer Z... Oh my goodness,
wow.
That counter is absolutely nuts, as is 6WX, crazy like a fox. Joker's wild here at CodeName Bears. 2-0 to the former number 1. And now Redeemer Z backs against the wall as 6WX looks for his run back against Bonk. Illusion Bonk sitting in grand finals on winner's side. It's not often that you're able to say that.
Yeah,
but 6WX trying to earn the right to play him. And that really is just a microcosm for where we are as the scene right now. Everything is in flux. Tri-State
it's so
such
fluid.
an established region. Everything is so good. You have Shoyo James, you have Nairo,
right.
And now you have Tweak over in Jersey.
Yeah.
Obviously, people like the Buzz and Jen and Ralphie, and of course another prominent Rob up in New York, Dill, who has, mastered that Palutena matchup, to say the very least. He's so good. And now you see him doing things up in New York and Philly in this weird transition period. But at the same time, you look at this top of the PR, you look at Juice, Blazing Pasta, and Enzo, and then you look at the fact that 6WX now coming back here to challenge this is a statement to the rest of the PR, but also really just shows how deep Philly can run.
I mean, yeah, like you said, there are definite mountains to climb. Those 3 guys that you mentioned have their spots, but they're constantly elevating mountains. Freaks of nature aside, one could win over another. They could lose the very next day, and really that keeps it fresh. And I like a fresh like area in terms of a Smash scene. If you see the same guy win every time, it gets boring. Yeah, it's good for the area, but it's not good in terms of attracting other people to watch that area. This area is so in fluid motion in terms of who can win against one another, who can lose against one another, that it draws me back every week. This is why I come to the laboratory every week, because anybody can win.
Jad gets shielded. Redeemer Z looking to take Joker off the top, but that counter again, the bane of Rob's existence. 6WX, he hasn't been leaning on it, but he's been employing it at exactly the right time. And that's the mark of a veteran right there.
Yep.
However, Redeemer Z, good enough awareness. All he needed was the throw into the up smash. That's all he did.
Right now, struggling to get back. Gyro in the hands of Joker, and still in the hands after that get-up option. Redeemer Z resorting to a little bit. Gyro actually stifling out the approach option after laser. He does take control in the end, but another counter.
Beautiful.
My gosh.
I mean, with the quickness, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Joker is a pretty fast character. I think 7th fastest ground speed in the game, if I'm not mistaken. But, I mean, that's just, that's all the work of the hands, man. That's all reflex.
Gyro actually bouncing to the right angle to stifle out Rob's aerial option there. And another up air, and trying to draw him right back down, saying, taking a page out of Scorpion's book. Didn't find it, but still pressure in the air and on the ground. 6WX putting Redeemer on the spot to try to fight back in any way, shape, or form.
Now 6WX back air. He's seen so much success on the global stage, and now looking to reclaim the crown here in Philadelphia at the expense of his friend and rival Redeemer Z, who sits at his tournament stock. Will 6WX be able to get the sweep? And it's so interesting because we talk about global success. The person that we were talking about the top 3 so much, that it's almost crazy to neglect what we saw at the most recent PGR event here in Philadelphia. Sauce finished higher than anyone has, I think, in the Philadelphia region.
Yeah, at Smash
at a
Philadelphia,
PGR
absolutely.
event, finishing 4th. Oh my! But a crucial mistake from 6WX. The door is cracked. Can Rob squeeze through?
And a good string so far, but again, that counter, I think it comes out like frame 3. Able to stifle out all those options, and then knockback at S2. Able to create enough space and breathing room that you can follow up right afterward. Arsene in the wings for Joker here. Aha gonna burn and add to that incredible amount of damage already on. But Redeemer Z locking down stage control, had him up in the air, and has him in the air again!
This is a heavy, oh my gosh, Redeemer Z finds himself flying off the wrong side of the stage. It's 6WX who will find his way back to Grand Finals to face off against Bonk.
And
a shot at revenge.
Yeah. And we were questioning before if Redeemer Z is in a lot better state. Look at that. He was smiling. He was congratulating 6WX. He was laughing it off. He's not beating himself up.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they get into that sour mood and they think, what I did wrong. And, it's more like the emotional state, like in our lives, where you're in that sour state and you're such, you close yourself off from people, you don't get any better as a person. In the game, you don't get better as a player if you do that.
Exactly.
Redeemer Z is not doing that. He is in such a better mood